Um, so I was trying to find the right words, the right way to make this video, but I'm just so tired of the bullshit. I'm just so tired. I'm exhausted. I got up for work today, right? Or I was trying to get up for work today, and I was driving there, right? And so my tire popped. Now, mind you, my commute's like an hour. Like I don't usually drive. I take the metro instead, but my drive usually takes around like an hour, right? I ended up popping my tire in fucking heavy ass traffic, early as fuck in the morning. I get it fixed because I have a spare tire, right? Now I have to wait for my friend to come all the way from like this well, not city, but like I'll just call it a fucking this city, which is close, well, which is somewhat close to mine, but I have to wait even more because I'm already on the fucking interstate highway, right? I'm going into Virginia and shit. He comes, and then at that point, like I'm already late for it, so there's no point in me going like when I'm fucking like 4 hours, whatever the fuck, however late it is. I go back because there's no point, right? I go back home, I sleep, I catch up on the sleep that I missed out on, and it's already fucking 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta sleep now anyway, after I'm finished making this video. I wake up and I see Broli. Broli, are you fuck? Broli. I don't know if anything that I'm gonna say in this video if it's anything that I already haven't said, but this is this decision. This is the proof. Like literally, like what else what else needs to be done? What else needs to be said? What else needs to be shown for people to actually think that super is a good idea anymore? Seriously. Seriously. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Stop being biased. Lose all of your biases. Just take a deep breath, meditate, try and go in this with at least as objective a mind as you can. And even okay, if you can't, at least look at it from my perspective, right? How can you support this? Seriously. And as soon as I saw that, like, I went to, like, on a fucking retweet rampage. And I had to play Yakuza 6 to, like, get my fucking mind off the whole thing, you know? I mean, it's not just Dragon Ball. It's how what this revelation, right? How it fits like into even yeah, it's just Dragon Ball. It's just an anime. Yes, and I completely agree. It's all that stuff, but with all the other shit that's been going on in my life, I've said it before. Like since 2015, everything I like has been taking L's. Everything I've been taking has been taking L's. Dragon Ball, Gintama, which I made a tweet the other day, which I just don't love it as much as I used to. Yakuza, Yakuza 6, which I just beat this today. Every single fan, the fuck basketball. Kawhi might want out, reportedly. Boogie's on the fucking Warriors. Everything is just fucking like every fandom, whatever I do to like have fun or de-stress, every fucking thing is falling to fucking shit. And there's literally nothing I can do about that. So I had to play Yakuza 6 because I was about to beat the game anyway, right? I was about to beat the game anyway, and sure, there was some good shit in there. I uploaded the fucking I called it Final Long Battle on my video. I think everyone should go ahead and watch that because the ending of the fucking Somea boss fight is probably some of the strongest writing in the game, period. and some of the most emotional content. And it's such a goddamn shame that the rest of the game didn't have that much. It didn't have even a fifth of that good writing. Well, actually, no, a third. I'll say. I'll be a little more generous. No Saejima, no Majima, barely any Akiyama. For fucking bland-ass Hirose characters, Yuta ain't shit. Matsunaga, I mean, he could have been good. Nagumo could have been good. Takashira is just some fat piece of shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. What? I'm going off on a tangent here, but like this Broly news, it's just like completely. And everything in Yakuza 6, we don't have the Champions District. You don't have the Underground Mall. They took billiards fucking out, which is something that I always enjoyed. And it's still a decent enough Yakuza game on its own. It's still a good, alright game on its own. But for the last story in fucking Kiryu's fucking story, and that's the plot that you decided to go with? And granted, the ending is still emotional as shit, even though like I'm hella criticizing the shit out of it right now. But it's just like, this is the kind of shit this is like this what you're seeing now, right? This is the face of a defeated ass fan in everything. like I'm chuckling, I'm laughing like right now, because it's literally despair. It's literally desperation. It's literally fucking laying down and taking this shit and not being able to do anything about it, except making these fucking videos and hoping by like what was that shit that Netro and Meruem did, like the hole in the needle, like the 1 in a million chance, like you gotta pass through that shit. That's what the fuck I'm hoping for right now, because this shit is not right. This shit is not good. This shit is not good, man. The fuck are Broad thinking? What are they thinking? Broly. Oh my god. Yeah, I made points over here on this notepad, but let's start with my first one. Okay, so taking a character from a quote-unquote a non-canon entry and making him canon, that is fine. Making him or her or it is fine, because that's what happened with Bardock. Bardock and the Father of Goku, that TV special, that was not Toei's creation. That was not Toriyama's creation. That was Toei's creation. And Toriyama, because he had some sort of sense, he had some sensibility back then, he had some sort of taste back then, actually saw that shit, right? Right? He saw that shit, and because it was actually a well-told story, incorporated that shit back into the Dragon Ball manga. Now, obviously, 2013 Toriyama until now has been fucking senile as fucking, has just destroyed everything. We'll talk about that in a little bit, right? But it's okay with Bardock, right? There's a reason it was okay with Bardock, and it's not okay over here. It's okay with Bardock because that special fit in the timeline of the original Dragon. Like, yes, it wasn't created by Toriyama, but you could take that special and it would fit within the timeline of the fucking original series. The Broly movies don't fit at all. The Broly movies don't fit at all. And I know people are going to say, oh, but it's not the same Broly. It's Toriyama's original Broly. And yes, we'll get to that. We will definitely get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But you have to understand, Broly, this is where he fucking comes from. The 3 movies. And this shit does not fit at all within the original timeline. They don't fit within the original timeline. You can't take something from that is just like created by Toei and just decide to make it on your own, right? Even though you see what I'm saying? The Broly movies, they don't fit at all. This is what Broly is known for. This is where he comes from. Literally. How is this going to look 50 years down from now where it goes like, oh, Broly originally was a non-canon element and his movies fit in the Cell Saga, but then the author decided to take him and incorporate him into, and maybe make, and you know, and the whole talk about canon now, Super is definitely, like, you can't when people saying like Super is canon, 100% deal with it. This is clearly proof that like that is not the case. Broli, Broli, something that was not in the original manga, something that was taken from a non-canon, from the original series, excuse me, something that was taken from a fucking non-canon ass entry, and making that pseudo-canon at least, because at the very least Toriyama's the one plot outlining, writing, whatever fucking penning it, whatever fucking word you want to use, right? That situation, get the fuck out of here. See, there is literally the argument that Super is 100% canon is fucking destroyed with this shit now. But even more than all this stuff, this is just stupid. This is just fucking stupid. Clearly, I don't know how else, like, if you want to go and comment in the comment section, go ahead and be my guest. But clearly, at least to anyone with the fucking brain, this is some fan service reekish bullshit. This reeks of fucking fan service, which I've been saying is the fucking problem with goddamn Dragon Ball Super as a whole. Maybe not fan service, but fan fiction ideas. And this is fucking fan fiction. There was some Japanese article. I remember that I think Herms98 on Twitter. Obviously, you guys should know him by now. He translated it, and then there was something about like Broli being mentioned, right? About how he's popular overseas, and where the guy who was like giving the answer, he was like, people in the West don't care about like the personality or the character of the character. They care about strength, right? Now, obviously, this doesn't make much fucking sense, because obviously there are people in the West who care about the actual personalities and characters of the character, which is why they like them, right? But the fact that people like Broly because he's strong, I mean, yeah, every character is strong in their own respective way, right? But Broly isn't all that strong anymore, because you have Majin Buu, you have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you have Gogeta, you have Omega Shenron, you have Jiren, you have Beerus. All these tons of characters who are clearly stronger than Broly. If you're just going to take pre-existing stuff and reincorporate it as canon, right? That's just what does that say about what does that say about your creative flow? What does that say about what does that say about your character as a writer? Seriously. If you're going to take shit that was in fan fiction, fan service as bullshit that you can find by 9-year-olds on the internet, what does that say about your character as a writer? What does that say about your what does that say about how seriously we can take you as a writer? Like, just like why? Can you imagine if Oda, right? If Oda, like, if he was writing One Piece, right? And then he went on the internet and he saw, like, a pink colored admiral. And he just decided to include it because, you see what I'm saying? There's, like, a pink colored admiral. There's a fourth admiral. Or imagine if fucking, I don't know, Togashi, he decided, he saw like this, he saw like this fucking Yu Yu Hakusho fan animation, and he wanted to redo Yu Yu Hakusho and introduce that character as a fucking character in the official canon of the series. Because it was from a fucking fan animation. Wouldn't that be fucking stupid? Wouldn't that just be, wouldn't his credibility as a writer be completely shit on and destroyed if he did that? They're already doing this shit in Dragon Ball Heroes. There's a reason Dragon Ball Heroes exists, right? Dragon Ball Heroes exists because it's a fucking game. It's different than the fucking actual continuity. You can get away with shit like this. You can do fucking Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and Zeno Timebreaker Goku, whatever the fuck it is. And we'd be okay with that because it's a fucking game. We don't take that shit seriously. But if you now are trying to incorporate this into the actual story, that's when it becomes a fucking problem. And this makes Toriyama's comment all the more infuriating. Let me read the fucking comment. I'm gonna read the fucking comment. Okay, let's look this shit up, right? Toriyama comment. I'm gonna read the whole shit. Because... Everyone, are you familiar with the Broli? He's an incredibly strong Saiyan who only appeared in the old anime movies, and I apparently at least drew the designs for him, but I had practically no involvement with the anime at the time, so I had totally forgotten about the story content. So, about Broli, I hear these days he's still very popular, not only in Japan, but also overseas. Based on that, My editor suggested we have Broli appear in this next movie. I went ahead and watched the movies from back then, and I felt this could be quite interesting once I rearranged some things. I got right to work trying my hand at a story that incorporates him into the Dragon Ball Super series. While keeping in mind Broly's classic image so as not to disappoint his fans, I updated him and added a new side to his character, and I think this has resulted in a more fascinating Broly. Naturally, you'll get to see fierce combat, but also the paths of destiny that lead to an encounter between Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. It also involves the Frieza Force and the history of the Saiyans, which end up having a major connection to everything. The story content turns out to be very large-scale and dramatic. Here comes that almighty Saiyan Broly. I'm also including lots of other content all you fans will enjoy, so look forward to it and be patient a while longer for it all to come together. And the reason this comment is so fucking infuriating, he decided to include him in Dragon Ball Super with the canonicity of this shit is already being fucking debated anyway, right? And I already said, like, if you're going to say Super is 100% canon because Toriyama wrote it, that's just fucking wrong-ass logic. I'm sorry. You're including fucking Broly. You're including Broly. Broly. Fucking Broly. There's two different versions of Super, the manga and the anime. One doesn't supersede the other in terms of like which one you take more seriously or which one is more like authoritative or like on the lore or whatever, right? And third, it's by Toriyama, who's very clearly senile as fuck. Senile as fuck. But he decided to do this because Broly was popular. Because the character is fucking popular? You didn't write this because you thought it was right for the story. You didn't write this because you thought this was a natural conclusion to Dragon Ball Super as a story. You decided to write this because the character was popular. Because he was fucking popular? Popularity? Not because you care about writing a good story or you care about like writing like a good like an actual like good story. You decided to create this because a character was popular. Because a character was popular? Popularity? Vegeta's the most popular character in Dragon Ball right now. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make him fucking like the god all end all be all of the entire series now? Because he's fucking popular. Dude, what the fuck? This is like imagine if Oda brings Ace back because Ace and Whitebeard because Ace and Whitebeard are fucking popular ass characters. Imagine if that was the reason he decided to write something in One Piece like that. Imagine if Naruto Kishimoto wanted to bring Jiraiya back to life because he was a popular character. Popularity. That is fucking ridiculous. And it's not even like his editor. His fucking editor was the one who said, bring Broly back. It's not that Toriyama had a light bulb go in his head like, oh yeah, let's do Broly. His editor had to recommend that shit. This is fucking fan fiction, fan service ass bullshit. I am not, I used to feel bad about like, sometimes I used to feel bad, right? The fact that I was watching anime for free, like on websites and shit. I don't, at least when it comes to Dragon Ball, I don't feel bad about any of that shit. No one deserves to get paid for this. Hell no. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I'm not going into theaters and support. No, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. I am not going to spend money on this. Well, really, I wasn't going to spend money on shit after Revival of F anyway, right? But I'm not spending money on this. Fuck that. No one deserves to get paid. No, I'm sorry. I'm not giving money for this bullshit. I'm not. There's no way. No. Fuck that. No. Fuck out of here with that. Because he's popular. But the bullshit doesn't end there. Now, this whole legendary Super Saiyan thing about how Broly is the legendary original Super Saiyan, right? That shit is also gonna happen. It's so... well, okay, honestly, it's actually 50-50, because if they make Broly Goku's age, right? It's fucking retarded, right? The fact that Broly is going to be around Goku's age and he's crying, and honestly, it may not be the case anymore because it's Toriyama's version of Broly, so it might be different than Takao Koyama. But if they make Broly Goku's age, it's fucking retarded. How is someone who's Goku's age going to be the original legendary Super Saiyan? Are they going to do like fucking Bar? I mean, at this point, I should expect it. It's like when Frieza, like he supposedly killed. He didn't actually kill Bardock, right? He sent him back in fucking time, and he fought Chilled, and he became the legendary Super Saiyan somehow, right? It's gonna be. It might be some bullshit like that. However, since this movie is about the origin of the Saiyans, in some degree, I imagine he's going to be the first Super Saiyan. That's what Broly's going to be. That's what the legend... He's actually going to be the first Super Saiyan, even before Yamoshi. Because I think Yamoshi was the... What was he? I don't even... Dude, honestly, the lore is fucking stupid at this point. Yamoshi's like, what was he? Like the first Super Saiyan God or something? Was he the first Super Saiyan, or was he the first Super Saiyan God? I don't fucking remember. But it's just the whole thing now about like Broly being the legendary Super Saiyan. That shit is like fucked now because of this movie, and fucked in the sense that it's actually going to become like somewhat true. I at least I think so. And on top of all this now, the Broly tards are going to come back out now. Things are going to get out of hand with people calling Broly the strongest character. Oh, he's like so super strong. It was already bad with people overhyping him and being the legendary Super Saiyan when there were characters that were clearly stronger than him. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and everyone above him, easily stronger than Broly, of course. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Buu, Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, any form of Buu, Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks, Jiren, Toppo, I zoom Toppo, fucking Kale and Caulifla now, fucking Zamasu, Goku Black, Frieza with Golden, every single super character. But now all that shit is gone, which in itself is actually kind of like, it's kind of cathartic in my opinion. It's a little cathartic because Broly, even though this whole thing is bullshit, right? Broly is a remnant of of Z. So it's kind of fucked up in a way, but it's kind of it's kind of interesting to see Broly actually probably going to be like stronger than all of them anyway in at least the super characters, right? Because Super is fucking shit. But now Broly, well, I guess technically now Broly's a super character, but Takao Koyama is going to be vindicated, right? He's now going to be vindicated for creating the strongest villain when he trashed Battle of Gods and Beerus. What the fuck is that? I don't like. Do you seriously? You see Goku? The poster actually looks pretty dope, right? You see Goku and Vegeta in their Super Saiyan Blue forms, right? And then you see like Broly actually looking like there's actually like a couple good things about Broly that could come out of this, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's just like this dude saw Beerus and was like, Broly is stronger. Like he should be strong. Broly should be stronger. He should be better. And that's what Takao Koyama's going to be vindicated for that? Seriously? The best Dragon Ball movie ever created in Battle of Gods, right? And now you're going to make fucking Broly stronger than him? Is that seriously, bro? And that there is a Saiyan out there, that there is a Saiyan out there who can challenge supposedly Ultra Instinct Goku is going to be so fucking dumb. And the reason I say Ultra Instinct Goku is because I don't think you can make an arc where the villain is going to be weaker than Jiren. Every arc the villain has always gotten stronger. That's what Dragon Ball is. It's always about escalation. The villain always gets stronger. Right? The villain, he can't be weaker than Jiren. No way. And if he's stronger than Jiren, he's basically fucking stronger than Beerus, bro. Fucking Beerus. And Takao Koyama is going to feel vindicated for those comments. And that is a fucking like big ass tragedy. It doesn't matter if it's Toriyama's version of Broly. It's Broly in some respect. And even though it's not new with the reveal of Broli being like the main villain of, or a main like plot point of this movie, and so so even though even though like what I'm about to say, it's not new with Broli's reveal, and we've known about it for a while, it's just more Saiyan stuff, and that's just so fucking whack, man. Look, the Saiyans weren't that strong a fucking race. At least on their own, without their transformation. Dude, fucking Dodoria would have obliterated the entire goddamn race. Just think about that. Dodoria. There was a point where Kui was Vegeta's rival. Fucking Kui. Dodoria would have obliterated these bitches, bro. He would have killed Bardock. Fucking Gine, if you want to include her as canon. It's up to, I don't, fuck Dragon Ball Minus. Fucking, I don't know, Salipa, fucking Toma, you know? Shuge, or I don't know, I don't fucking remember. Potambo, I don't goddamn remember the names. They're not this fucking legendary ass warrior race, bro. They're not. A Super Saiyan is legendary. But Saiyans by themselves are not. Dude, Nail would have killed all of them. Nail. The android fucking 19 and Dr. Gero. God, dude, Krillin when he got his power awakened by the Grand Elder would have killed the entire goddamn Saiyan race. The original Super Saiyan doesn't appear for more than 1,000 years. And I swear to God, if I see someone say, oh, but it's not the case now, I swear to God, people, if I see that fucking comment, oh my God. I'm blocking you on sight if I see that shit. I'm sorry. Look, the only reason that we have Super Saiyans now, the only reasons that we have like 10 Super Saiyans now, the reason that it's so quote-unquote plentiful, is because Goku and Vegeta have made it, allowing for there to be more than one. Right? The original Super Saiyan probably never made it. Right? Goku and Vegeta formed families out of love for their wives. The fuck is this? What do you mean? How can I swear to God, if I see that comment equating like, oh, now there are 10 Super Saiyans so the legend doesn't mean shit. Yeah, there is a fucking reason for that, because they actually had sex. Sex. Do you understand what sex is? Do you understand what forming relationships are? Do you understand how a family and a race can grow when you actually fucking mate? Right? Do you understand that the original Super Saiyan may not be as strong as Goku or Vegeta or Trunks or Gohan, who are actually half breeds, who are technically who have the potential to be stronger than full-blooded Saiyans? Do you understand that shit? And now it's just a fucking bargain sale of goddamn Super Saiyans. Not so subtle reference intended. I'm not talking about what I was just talking about with like Goku and Vegeta and their families. I'm talking about like all like these different fucking Saiyan forms, and blue-haired Saiyan and pink-haired Saiyan and green-haired Saiyan and cauliflower and where the fuck it is. It's just so goddamn stupid. However, like what I was saying before in the video, with the needle, what Netro was talking about with Meruem, the little hole in the needle in the haystack, shooting the light through and shit. There's potentially positives to be, but it's a very slim-ass positive. And that is the character of Broli. Broli has a chance to be rewritten to be better. He can be rewritten to be a better character. I don't have faith in that, considering it's Toriyama, and Toriyama just fucking sucks ever since Battle of Gods. But perhaps there is a chance for that to happen. However, with that being said, I've said so in the past, and I'll say it again. Broli is not a bad character in the first movie. In the first Broli movie, movie number 8, My opinion, he is not a bad character. He's a bad character in the second movie because his dialogue is literally Kakarot over and over and over again, 99% of the time, except for the one line of dialogue that he has against Gohan before he unleashes like his final attack, the little green thing, and Gohan transforms into what, Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 and uses a Kamehameha, then Goten joins him, then Goku joins him. That attack that Broly uses, there's one line of dialogue that he says there. And if I remember correctly, that is the only one line. That's the only other line that he says in the movie besides Kakarot. Seriously, I watch movie time in Japanese and tell me I am bullshitting. There may be one other line that I just can't remember, but he says Kakarot and that line and maybe one other line and that's it. And that is the reason why he's a bad character in the second movie. And obviously, by Broly, he's a bad character. Movie number 11, in the third Broly movie, he's a bad character because he's literally just a pile of sludge and he looks fucking stupid. Right? However, him reacting to Kakarot's crying, in my opinion, is not as fucking stupid as people make it out to be. I think him having a grudge against Goku because he cried as a baby makes sense. It's a deep-seated psychological stimuli, and I can get behind that. It fucked with his infant mind. If you don't believe me, look up this thing called the Little Albert experiment. Little, like big and little Albert. Go to Wikipedia if you want to look it up, whatever the fuck it is. And there are experiments made on babies, right? To see their reaction to stimuli. They want to see how they react to, like, what are the different stimuli for fear or uncomfort in babies. And I think crying, that would do that to a baby. In my opinion, it works fine. It works fine. If this was Broly when he was an adult and then he got mind fucked by Kakarot's crying, like he was sane of mind and then he got mind fucked by Kakarot crying as a baby, yeah, that'd be fucking stupid. But I can understand Broly as a baby, right? As a baby, constantly listening to Kakarot, to Goku crying over and over again and having that fuck with his mind, I can understand that. Because he was constantly exposed to something that was uncomfortable. And his mind and his brain, whatever, didn't develop to the stage that he could deal with it. So, in my opinion, and maybe I've convinced people who just listen to me like for the last 30 seconds, maybe I've just convinced you that Broly is fine in the first movie. I think Broly is fine in the first movie. And admittedly, Broly does. I actually think he looks better in the poster than he does in the previous movies. I don't like him. I mean, he still has the neck ring, but I think he looks better without the tiara. And I think his new armor that we saw in the trailer looks actually pretty dope too. Looks better than the golden little things. I mean, the golden stuff, the gauntlets that he had, like the original Broly had, those were pretty cool too. And like I already said, the poster for the movie looks dope too. But you know what? At this point, like, I just got to reiterate one of my tweets. I'm just so disappointed. I'm just really disappointed in Toriyama. Seriously, I'm just disappointed in Toriyama, man. Like, like, how can you do this? You know, seriously. I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, how the fuck can you do this? How can you do that, man? To say I'm disappointed in Akira Toriyama is a gross understatement. Seriously. I'm just disappointed. And I understand, like, it's different, right? It's different because he's older, and yeah, well, there's maybe some stuff that I don't hold against him, right? But it's just a gross understatement. His legacy and reputation. You know, I started this channel, right, making Dragon Ball videos, trying to convince people that Toriyama was a competent writer. I was trying to convince people that Dragon Ball was actually a well-written series, that it wasn't just large, muscly dudes like yelling and powering up, or that it wasn't just brain-dead, mindless action, or that it wasn't just cool lasers and big lasers and flashing colors. Even though those are elements of Dragon Ball, that's not all it is. I was trying to show, like, where there was actually some sort of, like, thought and some sort of, like, some actual, like, witty writing to Dragon Ball as a series, you know? And that Toriyama was capable of doing something like this, like his aptitude for irony and like making and intentionally doing things that go against the grain of like readers' expectations. You know, things like that. And to see what he's done since Resurrection, since Revival of F, is it's honestly like it makes me really sad. I'm not gonna sit here and like fucking cry on camera, but it's I sincerely love Dragon Ball, man. I really do. I love the shit out of the series. But shit like this, I don't know. Seriously, it really scares me. Like I don't know if I'm gonna keep up with this. It's Dragon Ball has been like it's been such a big pastime, like a big hobby of mine. You know, and there was always good things that I can do about it. But if you're just going to abuse things, you're just going to abuse the same little tricks. You're going to kill your creative juices. You're going to just make it fan service bullshit. Then what does that say about you in terms of like how much you care about the fans? How quickly his legacy and reputation has been tarnished in 3 years. When he did things like not coloring Goku's hair to come up with Super Saiyan, or he intentionally made say something like Super Saiyan God Simple, or he would intentionally make like the most dangerous villain like or the strongest villain whatever like small or very like plain looking. Those things they had character behind them. Those things had character behind them. Those had purpose and reason. You know, those things gave his story character. They gave it personality and made himself as a person more interesting because and I've said it before, Toriyama and irony, like that's his shtick. He loves irony. He always does things that are the opposite of something. Right? And he only did those things once. He didn't abuse those things like he did in Super. The reason why Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Rose, the green colored Kale form, like Ultra Instinct, all these different Saiyan Ultra Instinct, well, it doesn't really count because it's not a Saiyan form, but Saiyan forms, right? It's because it's just the same thing as Super Saiyan. It's just the same thing as Super Saiyan. With Super Saiyan 2, which admittedly is honestly maybe not all that different from what we're seeing in Super, but at least Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 were something different. You know, those were actual, like, visual, like, fucking changes. And Super Saiyan 2, like, yes, it was a very subtle change, but you could tell the difference. It still looked dope as fuck. And here now he's just doing things just because, like, oh, he made Super Saiyan Blue because, oh, Super Saiyan God was red, so I just decided to go with blue just because. That's just abusing, like, what you did. You're just abusing the same tactic over and over again. If you're just going to do the same shit over and over again, it loses its emotional, it loses its novelty value. It loses its what's the word I'm looking for? It loses its charm. And all these ideas, an evil Kaioshin, Frieza coming back, fucking color reswaps. All that shit is fan service. And it's just more fan service. Now it's just Broly becoming... This is the kind of shit that you'd see a 9-year-old come up with on fucking fanfiction.net. Are you kidding me? What, you're gonna have Goku fight like the God King of all of like the 4th dimension, and now Broly's gonna come in at the end and like kill everything and be the strongest character. I'm so disappointed in Toriyama. He's just taking advice from Toei's money-grabbing staff. He's only bothered enough to write a plot outline, even though he said he was motivated by the fucking Hollywood film. Get the fuck out of here. You're not motivated enough. You're not angry at that shit. If you were angry at that shit, you wouldn't be doing a plot outline. You'd actually be paying attention to make sure that your continuity makes sense. That's what you would be doing. You would be doing that. You would do that so that your continuity would make sense. You wouldn't be just writing a plot outline. You'd be doing the shit yourself if you were that motivated. And he doesn't care at all to write a good story. He literally did this because his editor recommended Broly because he's popular. You're not writing this to make a good story. You're doing this because the character is popular. It's not, again, it's not because you feel like this is the natural... Who knows if this is the end for Super? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not the end for Super. Maybe there's more fucking bullshit for us to experience. But you literally did this because it's popular. And honestly, like that just makes me lose respect for you as like a writer. Seriously. not to mention all this Broly nonsense is gonna tie into the garbage ass Dragon Ball Minus, where Bardock for some goddamn reason is all of a sudden like a good father, even though that goes completely against like everything that is said about the Saiyans. For damn sure, everyone knows that shit sucks anyway. Very few people like Dragon Ball Minus. In my opinion, their opinions don't matter. I'm just really disappointed that Dragon Ball has become garbage since 2015, and even more disappointed in fellow mutuals that actually support Super. Because, and it's funny to me, like, people, they don't understand context and they don't understand the difference between situations. I saw someone the other day equate Frieza getting strong in 4 months, right? Getting strong in 4 months in Rival of F. He equated that to Goku going to, like, what, like, Ginyu Force's level in 1 month? And it's just like, dude, do you not understand what context is? Do you not understand, like, why those situations are not equatable? When Goku, when he jumped to the Ginyu Force level, right? When he jumped to be above Ginyu, Captain Ginyu, when he went Kaioken, what was it, times 10 or something? Yeah, it was times 10, right? Like, yeah, he only went times 20 against Frieza when he did the Kamehameha, but the reason that was acceptable and that was okay, right? Granted, I agree that the Zenkais given to Goku and Vegeta in the Namek arc are very massive. I'm not going to deny that. But the reason that was okay in the Namek arc, because though Goku and the Ginyu Force and Frieza, and you can maybe even throw Nail and Vegeta in there, right? They were the top tiers. They were the top tiers. It wasn't like fucking Chaozu, or not even Chaozu. It wasn't like fucking like Bora, like going... It wasn't Bora who was on the fucking capsule core machine going on its way to Namek, training at 100 times Earth's gravity. It wasn't him doing that shit. It was Goku. This literally the strongest hero that they had. That's why the shit made sense. Do you know why it doesn't make fucking sense with Frieza? Because you have a fuckload of different characters stronger than him. And so much time has passed. You have Android 19. You have Dr. Gero. You have 17, 18, 16. Super Saiyan 1 Goku. Super Saiyan 1 Gohan. Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta. Super Saiyan 1 Trunks. Super Saiyan Stage 2 Vegeta. Super Saiyan Stage 2 Trunks. Super Saiyan Stage 2 Goku. Super Saiyan Stage 3 Goku. Super Saiyan Stage 3 Vegeta. Super Saiyan Stage 3 Trunks. Cell in his first form, Cell in his second form, Cell in his third form, Cell in his super perfect form, Majin Buu, Dabura, Fat Buu, Evil Buu, Kid Buu, Super Buu with Gotenks absorbed, Super Buu with Gohan absorbed, Ultimate Gohan, Vegito, Gotenks, Super Saiyan Gotenks, Super Saiyan Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Beerus, Super Saiyan God Goku. Do you understand the jump, all those characters he had to jump? And do you see like why that's not equatable with what happened with Goku? And that is exactly the mentality that is wrong with the fucking Dragon Ball Super fan. Super Saiyan Rage Trunks clearly makes no sense and is an asshole, and people try to deflect that onto DBZ saying Super Saiyan 3 is an asshole. Are you fucking retarded? Do you not know what an asshole is? Literally, it said that Goku trained in the afterlife for 7-8 years, bruh. To get Super Saiyan 3. To get as strong as he did. And you want to equate that with Super Saiyan Rage Trunks? It's really no surprise that the majority of Dragon Ball fans are dumb as fuck. But that's I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm just disappointed in Toriyama. Toriyama's old age and him being senile, I should not hold that against him. And quite obviously, his emotional detachment to Dragon Ball is something I shouldn't hold against him either. Because even though he was somewhat emotionally detached when he was writing Dragon Ball for Shonen Jump, it wasn't necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. It's still, he had that one comment in the volume that Goku died against Cell. He was like, I don't usually get too emotionally attached to my characters, but I'm sorry, Goku, please forgive me. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing to be emotionally attached or emotionally detached to like characters you create. And at least in my opinion, it's not, because Oda, he's very emotionally attached to every single One Piece character that he creates, right? and you can feel the passion for his work like through like when you read One Piece. But this is just a whole new low. This is just like a whole new different level of emotional like detachment from what Toriyama. And it's really, really, really sad. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. Seriously, because yes, like this on its own, just being like a Dragon Ball product, it being part of Super, it sucks. It sucks. Really, it sucks. But for me personally, whose life is not only Dragon Ball, who's like, like how it fits, like just like everything in life that's going on right now, just for this shit to happen, that's just so bad, dude. Like seriously, it's literally just like me taking L's. I'm just taking L's, and I can't correct it. Like for like Oda drew that new Goku, that nightmare, and I love Oda, but honestly, that Goku's not good. Let's just be real. Like that face, like fuck no, it's fucking nightmare fuel. Kawhi reportedly wants out. Tony Parker left for Charlotte. We just lost Kyle Anderson to Memphis, and here we are stuck with Powell and Patty's contracts for all the Spurs fans out there. You know, I already complained about Yakuza 6. I already complained. I made comments about Gintama on Twitter, even though I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. It's not as bad as it was with the Rikuyu Showdown arc, in my opinion. JoJo's Part 8 is still pretty much uninteresting to me. I don't know, man. I'm just really disheartened. I'm just really sad. I'm just pissed off, angry, exhausted, tired of the bullshit, sad. Just a whole bunch of defeated ass emotions right now. So I'll probably just end this video right now before I can rant any longer and just go beat off or something. So fucking pathetic ass. I don't know. God, I'm just so sad right now, bro. I can't believe this. Fucking Broli. Broli. Fuck out of here. See, that's another thing. A fucking insect lands on my cheek. I'm done. I don't want you guys to laugh at me anymore. What does it mean to be strong? What does it mean to be strong?